Good afternoon, Your Honor, members of council, members of the public. Welcome to the April 26, 2021 deliberative meeting for the City of Chester. I note for the record that council is live, but this meeting is also being recorded and delivered via Facebook Live. And it has been advertised on the Chester City website and the Delaware County Daily Times. Resolution 1, to authorize approval for corporal/detective testing. Resolution 2, to authorize approval for the appointment of fire cadets. Resolution 3, to authorize approval for handicap parking zone. Resolution 4, to authorize approval for amendments to the city forms and applications. Resolution 5, to authorize approval for an amendment to the U&O permit fee schedule. Resolution 6, to authorize approval for the construction of stormwater infrastructure at various locations. Resolution 7, to authorize approval for accepting an agreement with the Delaware Valley Regional Planning Commission. Resolution 8, to authorize approval for the expenditure list. In addition to the aforementioned resolutions, the following ordinance will be read. 1, first reading, amendment to Article 1103 entitled Licensing Provisions. That concludes the list.
Thank you, Mr. Silas. Are there any questions or comments from members of council? Are there any questions, comments, or concerns of department heads? Mr. Galante, Mr. Galante.
Yes.
Come up so we can hear you.
Yeah, we have 2 bid openings for Wednesday, correct, James? Yes. Okay, I just want to make sure that was on. And also, there was another property that I didn't get to send an email on, but I wanted to put on the county demolition, to send a county demo for funding, and that's 802 West 6th. So I was going to send the email over to Janelle to see if I can get that on the agenda, so I can submit the application for county demo. And then there's one other item. Kimberly Clark, they took down the coal, the coal chute.
Yes.
And that plant over there. And we actually own a piece of the property close to the water. They're at the point now, I've been working with Kimberly Clark on cleaning up our section of the property, making sure they grade it properly and it's all up to our standard. I just met with them right before the meeting. I don't know if I need a resolution. If council would do it, it doesn't have to be for this meeting, but maybe do we need a resolution to accept it back? Or just part of our lease, does it just automatically come back? That's something I can work on with the solicitor's office. But I've been going back and forth with them a lot. I want to make sure council's aware of the progress that we're making down there.
Very good. Very good.
So
we'll go over there. Go ahead, Councilwoman.
So the lease has an end date.
The lease is, I believe the lease is up, so now they're at the term where they would turn the property back to the city and the city would accept the property in the condition that they returned it. So, which means, they grade it properly, there's no contamination or, from the use that was there, and they turn it back in a similar condition to what they got it, basically, per the lease. So.
I think it's appropriate to pass a resolution reflecting those facts so that if and when the city finds a use or a sale for that property, it's clear that there's no existing lease.
Yeah, and I could put the documents together and have them ready for next meeting.
Okay.
And they'll take care of all of that before we accept it back.
Yeah, and I'll let them know that we're working on a resolution.
Right.
Doesn't have to be for this one. So,
Mike, roughly, what's the size of that lot?
the whole lot's about 10 acres. We own 4 acres, but 2 acres are actually out in the water. So there's only two buildable acres.
So that's my next question. Okay,
That would be owned by the city.
gotcha.
Yeah. So there's really no access to a butt through the driveway to go through Kimberly Park's property. So, but
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Galante.
It's the 802 West Sixth Street. Is that the building that I was telling you about near, it's not near Six, that's not Six and Highland. That's in the 2600 block.
Yeah, 806, that's next to Miss Redwood's house, you know Miss Redwood?
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
yes, okay.
yeah.
Thank you again. Are there any further comments or questions from council or department heads? Hearing none, hearing none, this deliberative meeting is now adjourned.